stream on Wednesday, the 24th of December 2025, coming up to 12:20 a.m. So it's Christmas Eve to most. To me, it's just a normal Wednesday. Okay, but anyway, just a few updates. So I do plan to do a series later on today, and to go on a walk. Of course, Dimmingsdale is where I'll be heading, and I think it'll be the final series that I will do this year, because last week I went to Peak Wildlife Park and had a couple of hours there, and I thought, well, tomorrow it's give out a nice day, so why not go and do a walk? Because the car park closes a bit earlier now as well, and the Ramblers Retreat is open on Christmas Eve, which of course is today, Wednesday, and then it's closed Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I believe, but it's open till 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the Wednesday. So if you do plan to go to the Ramblers Retreat, you can go. And also Hetty's Tea Room, which is at Frogall Wharf, that's open till 2 p.m. as well. Of course, the Churnick Valley Railway could be open, but that's because of the Polar Express train. It's not normal services. They don't resume until March, okay? So I will be heading there in March to do a series next year. So I'm going to head over to Dimmingsdale and do a mini walk. Perhaps, go to the Chained Oak, do some normal footage around there, and head to the pond, the top and bottom ponds as well. So that will be my final series of 2025, because as we move into the new year, we've got a new travel blog coming up, as I've mentioned on other videos, and a live stream the other day as well, where I'll be heading over to Tenerife and to have a holiday over there with TUI. Not Jet2 this time, I will add, because the prices were absolutely ridiculous. So, but I will be going to East Midlands Airport the night before, as I have the Hotel Leonardo booked for one night for the night before, which is similar to what I did back in March when I went on the Morella Discovery 2 repositioning cruise, where I drove over to East Mids on the Monday night, stayed in the Hotel Leonardo, where the Mapmaster has stayed as well, and on his channel he stays there before his flight to Mallorca with Jet2 from East Mids. So I did watch that video of his, and it was a nice hotel to stay in back in March. So I'll be staying there again. I'll be parking on one of the car parks the night before as well. So I will go to work that night first, and then head back here, drop the uniform off, my work uniform, and then basically just head straight over to East Midlands. It's so as to avoid the rush hour traffic the next morning, because between 6 o'clock and 9, you get over towards the M1, it's going to be manic. I know it is. People going to work and all sorts. So I'd rather be at the airport the night before, so that it just means I've just got to walk from the hotel after checking out, straight to the terminal, straight to the TUI check-in desk, and then get through security, which is now a lot easier, of course, and then get into departures and chill before the flight. And I think my channel must have inspired Liv, who does Clean Slate, because she's also off to Tenerife later today. So Liv, if you're watching, I hope you have a really good time. She's going to the south of Tenerife, not the north, but I hope she has a really good time. And she also recommended something that I was already planning to do as well, and that was to go on the night trip up Mount Tady to watch the stars in the sky, okay? Because there is a tour that you can do. It's a 9-hour one. It's nearly €90, but you get a 3-course dinner as well as wine and whatever drinks you want, okay? You get picked up and dropped off at your hotel as well. So you can book the trip either if you're in the south of the island or in the north, okay? So, of course, I'll be in the north. She's in the south. So hopefully she might do the trip as well when she goes later on. And if she does, I'll look forward to seeing any pictures or videos. But I've already been inspired to do that, so thank you, Liv. And I also want to give a shout out to Clean Slate, because they've had some fantastic reviews on their social media page. So I please advise and invite as many friends and family as possible to follow their page, okay, the Clean Slate page. And I'll put the link in the description under this video. So hello to you, Wayne and Steve and IM8268. I do apologise for not speaking slow enough, but I can't help that. That's just the British way of life. I do apologise to all my viewers if you can't understand me or I'm going too fast, so I do apologise. And that is also part of the sign of me being autistic as well, because that is part of one of the traits. So just have a bit more empathy as well regarding my mental disability and my invisible disability, I should say, of being autistic. So if you don't understand what autism is, I just suggest you type it in Google and look it up yourself. But it is basically a social difficulty. That's what it is. And it's a massive spectrum as well. Lots of famous people have got Asperger's, which is a similar kind of thing. So just be a bit more understanding with people that have got these disabilities. Because I tell you what, running this channel helps me stay focused despite having that difficulty. Because generally, I can struggle in social settings, but I generally do like talking to people through the chat. I don't appreciate the cheeky comments. That's because I've just been drinking tea. Okay, so I'll remove that comment. Thank you very much. This is what I mean, keyboard warriors. They just come in and just... But anyway, so Dimmingsdale will be the series I'm going to be doing later on. So that will be my final series for this year as well. Because as we enter 2026, I've got the travel blog going to Tenerife, which I'm looking forward to doing. I only went in March to join the Morella Discovery 2. Well, this time I'll be going on a holiday. So Liv, I hope you enjoy yourself as well. Okay, I'm getting rid of these as well. Sorry about this, but there's quite a few keyboard warriors that I am now removing because there's some random rubbish being put on my chat and I don't really want to see it. So that's another 2 people removed. So easy to do, just a touch of a button and I can get rid of you. Not that I want to do that to anybody, by the way, but anything that's inappropriate or distracting, I will remove. But please subscribe at CarlSmith25 if you like the content, if you like travelling yourself, cruising and sightseeing as well, which is what the channel's about. And I'm always here to give advice to anybody that needs it. And of course, it was sad to hear the news of the British singer Chris Rea dying yesterday, Monday, age 74. Scary thing is, he's the same age as my dad. But he had lots of things up with him when he was younger. So it's just sad that he's gone. But of course, with Christmas being just around the corner for a lot of people, the well-known song Driving Home for Christmas is the one that he wrote when he had a driving ban, apparently. And he was inspired to write a song. And that song has been famous since at least the 80s. And it's still played today as one of the Christmas songs. So if you type in Driving Home for Christmas by Chris Rea, you'll be able to hear that song. And I've been listening to his music since I was a teenager. I'm 42 years old now, but I still like listening to his music. And sadly, he passed away on Monday of this week. So quite a few people are sad of that's happened, but his music still lives on. Just like the likes of Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson and Prince, all those individuals have died, but their music still lives on. So again, it's each to their own on what you like to listen to, but there are some amazing songs out there by these rock artists and pop artists. So if you're into that, then you just listen to it. Hello to you, Maddie the Baddie Forever, and Timmy as well. Nice to see you on the channel. Please hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. It's free. It won't cost you anything. It's not like a Netflix subscription or an iPlayer subscription, whatever. It's free. It won't cost you a penny, and it allows you to get notifications of when I upload new videos, and also so that you can join live streams like this. Because when I go to Tenerife in a month's time, you are going to want to be on the live streams, especially when I go and visit the Loro Park, which is a large zoo, and it's one of 2 in the world that's got orcas, killer whales. Okay, thank you, Maddie, for subscribing. No, my dad isn't dad. I wasn't saying that. He's not my dad, okay? I was just saying that Chris Rea that's died is the same age as my dad, okay? My dad hasn't died, okay? But he nearly did in April, okay? But Chris Rea, the one that died, is the same age as my dad, okay? That's all I was saying, okay? So don't worry, Timmy, he's not died. But I understand your thoughts there, but thank you anyway for that. But yes, there must have been a bit of a misunderstanding there, but don't worry about that. But yes, so anyway, so Dimmingsdale will be coming up tomorrow. What I plan in January will basically just be to do some pre-travel videos prior to me going away. And then, of course, when I get to the hotel at East Midlands, I will be doing some footage there. And, of course, all the flight will be videoed as well. Takeoff, in-flight and landing. So I haven't yet, no. I was going to use it in Alicante, but it wasn't working. So it'll be interesting to see if this entry-exit system works. I'm not nervous, no, I'm not at all. Because I'm a regular traveller and a regular flyer, I am used to going through airports anyway. And I've been through Tenerife South Airport before because I went in March when I went on the Morella Discovery 2 repossession cruise back to Cyprus. So if you go onto my playlist and go onto the Morella Discovery 2 playlist, repositioning cruise back in March of this year, 24th or something of March it was, it's on there. But they hadn't got the entry-exit system in place. They only introduced it on October the 12th. But they are hoping it to be all rolled out by April 2026. So they've only got another 4 months to go. So what it's going to be like in Tenerife, I have no idea. But when Liv goes tomorrow, I can probably drop her a message and ask how she fared going through the airport. That might be a good idea, actually. And I can ask how she fared going through the airport as well, because you don't get your passport stamped anymore. That's basically why they're rolling it out. So you'll just have a photograph done and a fingerprint on both entry and exit, okay? Now, Maddie, you've just said you were in Tenerife last month. So how did you find the airport at Tenerife? Let me know in the comments section or on here. Wayne, yes, I will be telling you how it went because I'll be doing a video. And I've already said in past blogs I will do videos if it was working or not anyway. And when I went to Alicante in November, all the machines were there. Some people did manage to do it for some reason. Others, it didn't work. And then we still had to go and get the passport stamped. And it was the same coming back. The passport got stamped. So the same thing will happen. But I think Tenerife South will probably have it all up and running. Because with it now being Christmas, you can imagine the airports are going to be absolutely bedlam, especially tomorrow. Okay, Christmas Eve. So it's going to be bedlam. So I know that people are going to be struggling. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes when I go out there next month. But yes, I will definitely be doing a video because I did do one in November, but unfortunately the machines weren't working. So, but I'm sure they are now, because by April next year, they want it up and running. And also later next year as well, the new ETIAS is supposed to be coming in, which basically means you fill a form in and you pay a visa. And it used to be €7 or something like that, £6. It's now increased to 20. So I don't know why that is. They've increased it to €20 or 20 quid. So I don't know why. Again, that's the government that have made that announcement, not me. Okay, I'm not sponsored by any means whatsoever. I'm just going off what I've read online. But for now, the entry-exit system is up and running in a lot of places, and I'm sure Tenerife will be no exception. So it'll be interesting to see if it works. And yes, I will do a video regardless. Okay, I will definitely be doing a video. Don't you worry about that, because I'll be doing a live stream when I get to the hotel anyway, because it's going to be dark when I get there, because I land mid-afternoon, and it's going to be another hour before I get through the airport anyway, especially with the entry-exit system that's going on. And plus as well, there are liable to be people going out to Tenerife to join a cruise, because there are a couple of cruise ships going around the Canary Islands at the moment, Morella particularly. Well, that's okay, Maddie. I'm glad that was okay for you. But again, the entry-exit system is a brand new thing, so it'll be interesting, like I say. But it's not. I'm not going to let it spoil my holiday. But I'll be going to the Loro Park anyway. Loads of people have said go there. Go and watch the shows. There's a parrot show on, dolphin show, sea lions, and of course the orcas, which are killer whales, because it's one of 2 zoos in the world that's got them. Okay, so and I think there's 4 orcas at this Loro Park. But again, I will have a look when I get there properly. And apparently, if you can't do it all in a day, you can return a second day, I think, for like €20, because it's over 44 to go in, and you need a whole day in there. Plus, there's a free land train you can catch further down in Puerto de la Cruz, in the old town near where I'm staying, and it takes you to and from the zoo as well, and they run every 20 minutes. There's a little square where you can get the trains. It's near a McDonald's. So on the first night, I will probably go down there and have a little walk after I've had some dinner at the hotel, and just basically time how long it takes. And then I'll go the next morning on the Wednesday and get the train and go and have a day in the zoo. If I don't get to do it all, I could always go to the ticket office and say, could I buy a ticket for tomorrow or the next day, and come back and do what I didn't do on my initial visit. But generally, I should get everything done, because it's open every day without exception, according to their website, from 9:30 till 5:30 in the evening. And I know it goes dark around 4, but it's not going to stop me having the day in there. So, but anyway, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, because there are lots of videos coming your way in the coming days. So, of course, Dimmingsdale will be the next series, which will be the final one for this year. And then it'll be the travel blog over to Tenerife in about a month's time. So again, Liv, if you're watching or you watch this video, have a great time in Tenerife. And of course, just enjoy the weather, because I know it's pretty good over there at the moment. I know Tady has got snow on it at the moment as well, and they did close the national park for a while. But again, if I can get a trip up there on a night time, I will definitely do it. There is also a botanical gardens I'm going to go and visit in Puerto de la Cruz as well, and I believe it's €3 to go in there. And also my mum and dad stayed in Puerto de la Cruz back in 1976, and I found out their hotel still exists. It's called the Concordia Playa. And no, I am not from Birmingham. I don't even have the Birmingham accent. So I'm not from Birmingham, no. I'm from Staffordshire, okay? So I can do accents and impressions, yes, but I am definitely not from Birmingham, okay? So unless you've seen me at Birmingham Airport on trips, then no, I've not seen you and I don't know who you are. But anyway, so the point is, I'm looking forward to going to Tenerife. I've got my euros now. I had my e-ticket earlier on, so in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be able to do my check-in and boarding passes. You've seen me at the airport. Well, you probably have if you watch my channel, at CarlSmith25. I was at Birmingham Airport back in September because I went on a cruise with my mum and dad and my brother to celebrate my mum and dad's anniversary. And I've also flown from Birmingham Airport to go to Dubrovnik with Jet2. So that's probably where you've seen me. What accents do I do? Well, I can do a Birmingham one like this. And then you've got a Scouser one like this. So, but generally, I generally don't do accents that well, but I can do voices and other impressions. But again, I'd have to have a separate channel. Well, thank you so much for saying that about my channel, that it's cool. As I say, there are lots of videos coming your way. I've achieved over 1 million views. And of course, I plan to do a meal out somewhere during the new year as well to celebrate that. I may even do that on the holiday yet. So we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely going to celebrate it somehow. I mean, I celebrated it here with a bottle of champagne and some chocolates. But I'm determined to celebrate it out there and do a video. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to going over to Tenerife. I'm doing lots of video footage, so it'll be a very big series. So I'll be staying overnight at the Hotel Leonardo at East Midlands the night before, and then we'll be heading over to Tenerife with TUI from East Midlands to Tenerife South, okay? And then it'll be a week in Puerto de la Cruz, visiting the zoo, visiting the botanical gardens, and hopefully getting up to Mount Tady to do this night tour of the stargazing, which Liv mentioned, but it's also mentioned online, so I will definitely be doing that. If not, I will try and do a tour up to Tady anyway, because I know you can go up on the cable car, but it's like over €40 return, which is more than the Dubrovnik cable car, which is also worth doing. So when I get out to Croatia, probably in May, June time, then I'll be back over there. But I will be doing another travel blog in March as well, because I've still got some holiday off work. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. I'm not sure where I'm going to go just yet. Again, I'll be looking at the holidays online. I would love to be honest, I would love to do a safari in Africa. That would be somewhere I'd like to do, like go to Kenya and do a safari in Africa. But again, it's the cost, and it's also the flights, because it's over 9 hours to fly over there. And you have to change at either Frankfurt or Marseille in France, and then you have to wait an hour or so to get the next plane to go back out, to get over to Africa. But to go to Africa would be amazing, but to do a safari, but I'd have to go like later on in the year when it's probably really hot. But I know over in March it's like 26 degrees in Africa, which is the equivalent of our summer. Again, Africa is an option, because I've been to Egypt before, but I was a child. Okay, I'd love to do a Nile cruise, go to the Valley of the Kings, because I loved Egyptology as a child. But again, these are places that I will think about for future reference and future dates, because I do like the Greek islands as well. I'd like to have a holiday on Malta. I generally like to steer clear of the UK, Wayne, to be fair. Not that I don't do days out in the UK, but I don't really like doing days out and holidays in the UK anymore, because the weather here is just unpredictable. And I like going on airplanes. I like going on cruises. Trains I don't mind, because I've been to Lincoln, which I'll go to again. I've been to Chester, and I've been to Shrewsbury. So another series I would like to do, and I'll probably go with my brother, is to York and go and visit York. And again, I can get the train from here and go to York. But like I say, I generally like to avoid the UK really for holidays and days out, because London is expensive. Not that I haven't been to London, because I have. I've been on the London Eye, been to the British Museum. I've been down Oxford Street as well years ago. I suppose I would do a trip to Big Ben and the Tower of London, but again, it's just so expensive down there. And I just don't like the UK at all, to be fair. I don't like the climate here. I prefer it abroad. And there's a big world out there apart from Britain. And it's just nice to go and sample different foods and to go to different places. I'd love to go to the US. I'd love to go to Australia, the Philippines, New Zealand, go and see Hobbiton that was used in Lord of the Rings. Trust me, there are stacks of places I want to go. But while I'm working, it's tricky because obviously I don't get a lot of time off. But at the same time, it's earning the money to do it. But at some point, I'm sure I will get to those places eventually. But I understand what your point about London Zoo. Again, there's Bristol Zoo. I'd love to go there maybe. And Bath, that's another nice city to go to. But generally, I like to go abroad. Okay, so I like to plan things for going abroad. No offence to London Zoo or anything else, but I much prefer to go abroad. But anyway, so that's the plan now for the next few weeks. So I hope this live stream has given you something to think about, and I hope that you've enjoyed the video, which I'm sure you have. So please hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. So I'll be heading over to Dimmingsdale tomorrow. So I'll try and do a couple of live streams up there, perhaps around the Chained Oak. Again, the signal's not great up there, so I can't do a lot, but I will try and do a live stream at the Chained Oak. And you've probably heard the story before, but again, be on the stream and you can hear it. If not, you can watch it later on when I upload it. And I'll do some more videos up there as well, because like I said, it will be my last series for this year, because then as we enter 2026, we'll be getting ready for going to Tenerife, which is a month away. I will be heading over to Twycross Zoo at some point as well, so I can go and see these 4 capybaras. I know they're closing the Who Zoo for a couple of days this week because they're having a Christmas break, and that's where Cinnamon the capybara is. I'll end up going there again as well, I'm sure, but I'll definitely be returning to Twycross once more so as to go and see the 4 capybaras there. And of course, I do like going to Rob Baston Animal Zone, so that's another nice place to go if you're down near Wolverhampton. That's not far away from there, so it's worth visiting that, and that's generally open on weekends and in school holidays. It's about £9 to go in, and there's plenty of free parking, and I've done quite a few series there as well, and a few of them there watch the channel, so I hope they're all doing okay, which I'm sure they are. But they've got quite a few animals there, so go and pay a visit. But yes, Twycross Zoo will happen in the new year. Of course, Tenerife. Another travel blog in March will come up. I'm not sure where I'm going to go. Most likely not Benidorm, but that will happen next year at some point, I'm sure. Dubrovnik will definitely happen as well. I would like to do a cruise, but again, it's the money. See, that's all I have to contend with. But anyway, I'm sure something will be planned. But hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys and gals in the next video, which will hopefully be when we head off to Dimmingsdale. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.